Hey everyone, in this segment we are responding to some YouTube comments and listener feedback. I am still grieving the death of my grandmother, so please keep that in mind. If you want full podcast episodes, go to ourbigdumbmouth.com. I'll talk to you later. Bye. I should have been a doctor. Then I could have saved my grandma's life.
No, you just need a penis for that.
Fair enough. True. Yes.
Jeez, I can't believe the way you're talking about her.
I think my grandma would have a pretty good sense of humor about it. You know, I'm just having fun. You know, it's not that I don't love her. You know, I honor her memory by with laughter.
I love it. No, I mean, my family, they take all that stuff so seriously that I don't think if they heard me talking like that, holy cow, that would be like fucking, you know, people would get thrown through the window, you know, a car might get turned over and set on fire, like that kind of, you can't, they're so sensitive about all that crap.
Oh, I'm positive that if there's any new listeners that this is the first episode that they listen to expecting like hardcore, you know, paranormal and conspiracy stuff, they're going to turn it off.
So you're basically saying, I just don't want anyone else to keep listening. I don't want new listeners. I just like the people we got.
I want listeners who understand jokes, humor, the dark humor, very dark humor, especially when we post up stuff on missing 411 and people going missing, real shit that happens in real life and making jokes about it. I'm just as willing to make jokes about my life and people that die in my life and having a sense of humor about it as I am with other people's lives. I'm just as much as a target and can be made fun of in anything that I do as anyone else. If I'm going to do it to somebody else, if I'm going to fuck with somebody else and make other people feel bad, I should be able to take it too. And that's that. Nothing's really out of bounds for me too much, you know?
I like it.
I'm not going to ruin somebody's, like, if someone's child died, I wouldn't, like, go on here and, like, make fun of that child dying. But since my grandmother already had a really nice life, 93 years, she lived great. I think she would like to be made fun of, you know? I doubt that there's anybody else making fun of her right now. I'm not even making fun of her. I'm making fun of myself, you know, and that stuff. So
we're just joking about the situation. You're referencing one of the old shows. I remember the Prince of Bargaining. I guess I don't remember the show where
you had to have sex with your grandmother. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to put those back up to provide context for people. It's not like I don't want new listeners. Of course we do, and this will probably lead into our next segment.
But they're gonna weed them. We're gonna weed them out eventually. Not that that's something we want to do. Of course, we want people to listen to the show, but if you can't handle the crazy jokes we make about everything sensitive or not, non-sensitive, then you're not gonna like the show.
Sure, I'm not even sure that they're jokes. I think it's just really strange stuff that we're talking that we say.
It's Bigfoot ejaculate.
Yeah, I'm not even sure these are actual jokes. It's just kind of like statements I'm making. And if
the blathering of a madman.
If people happen to find them funny, then so be it. But I don't know. I'm sure it does turn some people off. But this is the kind of guy I am. I try not to take it too seriously. We're all going to die. And might as well have a little fun along the way.
So, is Jeff rubbing one out or what?
I've been. You hear me?
Yeah, he's there.
No, I didn't hear you.
I just posted in the Slack, since we're talking about listener stuff, if someone wouldn't mind reading that message in Slack, because I've given up reading, and we can roll into that listener segment right now. Here we go. Come on, let's roll into some listener stuff.
Well, you want to
Hoodaloo to everyone out there if you've made it this far. Thank you for listening to Our Big Dumb Mouth. My voice cracked a little bit. I'm going through puberty. You can contact us at ourbigdumbmouth@gmail.com. Leaves a voicemail 614-388-9109.
Are you recording this?
Yeah, I'm recording everything. Why?
I thought we were just hanging out.
That's what the show is, just hanging out.
So people, I have a job.
I know. Barely, but you do.
Barely. Yeah, that's true. Go on. Whatever. Fine. I don't give a fuck.
What did you say that was bad?
Nothing. I'm just trying to pretend like we've just been talking on Skype and there hasn't been an RSS feed, and you could subscribe at ourbigdumbmouth.com, and you could donate on Patreon or PayPal or join the Slack.
Wait, this is a podcast?
Yes, we're doing a podcast.
All right.
You do it.
Well, we do have a few listeners, a pinch of listeners, and some of them write emails to us, and some of them post comments on YouTube. And so, if one of you guys wouldn't mind going into the Carrot Shop on Slack and reading that most recent post I put up there, so we can comment on this and actually address some listener feedback for the show.
Red Rover, let Jeff come over. Clown Baby, come over.
Didn't they warn against doing feedback from YouTube comments? That people are going to leave negative comments because they know that we're going to read them on the show, and then they keep doing it because we read them on the show.
This is very...
Pretty sure I said that.
Yeah, you did. But this is very specific. This guy or gal has been a listener for a long time. So this is not really a YouTube comment as so much it is...
like a masochist.
Yes. I like this stuff. But, yeah, your comment is noted, and it's on the record. But please go ahead. Thank you.
Gavel. Give me the gavel. And the sheep, if good.
I think I got the gavel over here. The ruling has been made? Yes.
The sheep has to say so.
Yeah.
So it says 400 views after 1 month. I guess they were referring to the video that's been up for 1 month and only has 400 views.
Yes, that we put up a live video stream, podcast stream of a show, and it got 400 views over 1 month. All right.
People don't expect us to go live, though. People don't expect that. So
could it be that the show is constantly interrupted when someone's trying to read something? Oh, no. Could it be the show's ruined by 45 minutes of fucking soundboard? I get more views when I upload a random video on the internet. I doubt that. When you will start to understand that you are ruining the show by doing the same fucking thing over and over and over, I'm just referring to the soundboards. Seriously, who the fuck would want to share the show? You don't listen to 400 boners, balls, fucks, piss samples, and you will find good content. I guess he's saying you won't listen. You won't find good content if you do that. It's getting worse and worse. It's insane. You should rename it to Our Big Dumb Soundboard at this point. Not bad.
All right.
Welcome back to Our Big Dumb Soundboard. We're not live. Reading comments. What's funny is that every fucking new podcast that a soundboard. What's funny is that every fucking new podcast that uses soundboard do it. No, every podcast that uses soundboard do it 20 times better than you, Mike.
Boom! He got you burned.
Even when they're beginners. Well, yeah, I doubt that.
Pretty good, huh?
It's fucking insane to be this stubborn in mediocrity. Cut it by half, remove this shit, and do a fucking good podcast that people will share. Stop being a fucking spurg on that shit.
I don't even know what that spurg. What's a spurg?
Something like freaks out easy, kind of like has mild autism and
like an Asperger's.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike, you probably have Asperger's.
People have insinuated that. I do not. I don't think I do.
Yeah, no, you do.
Why do you think I do?
Come on.
Because of that school you shot up?
Known you for years, yeah.
One, I didn't shoot up a school. I didn't do that. I don't know why you guys are insinuating that. Two,
you have not proven that you have not shot up a school, just like Trump has not proven that he didn't get peed on by Russian hookers in a hotel room in Moscow.
Two,
so you haven't proven it.
I have emotions. I feel emotions on a weekly basis. And
do you set a time for this, or you're like, come on?
Yeah, I allow time to feel emotions.
5:00 on Friday. It's time to feel again. Get on the bar and start feeling.
Clown Baby's got it. He knows how it goes. I don't believe I have Asperger's syndrome, and I don't, people say that to me all the time, like you because I act a certain way. I don't want to talk to people sometimes. I'm easy to get along with. I don't know why people think that I have that.
Just like picturing you on the side of the road, I'm easy to get along with. You throw a bottle at somebody. Why don't you talk to me?
Maybe. It might be like that. So I'll address this guy. This guy has said this before. He's upset about the sound samples and how it can be overdone at times. Yes, it can be. Much like Saturday Night Live that overuses the joke over and over and over again. I have a habit of doing that every now and again, especially the past 2 episodes. I was probably really drunk last episode, so I went overboard. Some episodes, I don't do it as much. But for this guy to be spiteful, why would someone want to share the show? Well, maybe because they like it. If this guy is good, and people like him, I'm going to say this guy, if you're refusing to share the show or a show that you like just because they play sound clips a little too much, that's fucking retarded. Why don't you say, we don't share the show because Mike talks about fucking his dead grandmother? Like something more offensive than sound clips. Like the sound clips are the least offensive part of the show. Everything else about the show is much more offensive. The fact that I can't read, I can't fucking talk, and the sound clips are what you're angry about?
I think they just don't like the overuse of them. I don't think they're offended by any of this, from what I can discern.
They don't like the overuse. Okay, they don't like the overuse. Well,
I don't know. When you were laying on the boner and the balls, I'm personally one of these people where it's like, I like that kind of a thing. I think he's just one of these people who's just, it's to me, it's like an opinion thing. You're either a Marvel or a DC or a Coke or a Pepsi.
Here's the thing. If you don't like the sound clips, go listen to Joe Rogan. He plays no sound clips, and you won't laugh at all. You can just have like a nice conversation. You just listen to a nice conversation between Joe Rogan, a really funny guy.
Nobody's fucking dead grandmothers.
Yeah, like he's like a really nice guy. He's funny on stage. But his podcast, from what I've heard, and I've listened to a lot of them, I haven't laughed once at all. There's no energy. When I listen to the show, there's no energy. So go listen to him, or go listen to another comedian, Mark Maron, very popular podcast. Fucking boring as fuck, not funny at all.
He's not. I mean, the fact that he calls himself a comedian is one of the biggest lies of our lifetime.
And I don't give a fuck if people share the show because they like it. Great. If they don't, we don't get any more listeners than what we have. So fucking be it. What am I going to do? Start changing shit to get more viewers or listeners? I'm already not making money. What am I going to do? Start making more, not money?
Yes. You're going to be incentivized to I don't know, to basically have the same thing happen.
We do the show. Joe, Clown Baby, and I do the show because we have fun. We like to bullshit. Yeah, sometimes the sound clips are overused, and sometimes they're not. But we just go with the feel of the show. Sometimes we're absolutely hammered when we do shows, and sometimes we're not. Sometimes I can get through a whole entire sentence without stuttering or stammering. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a professional. We do this for fun. We put the show up for free, for fun, and we're going to continue to do so. We don't charge anybody. We don't really ask for donations at all. We don't beg or plead or do anything like that. I put up YouTube clips for free with no ads on the YouTube clips. The show goes up for free with no ads and no upfront guilt about not donating. I don't give a fuck. I do this for fun.
Yep.
And if I'm not having fun with the show, by maybe overly excessively using clips in a certain episode, then I don't know what to tell you. I can't be mindful of the audience. I got to do this for me first. And if people happen to like it after that, great. If you want to share it because you like the show, great. Or maybe you like a particular person on the show, great. I can't change, and I'm not going to. I'm going to do what I feel is good, and I'm going to do what I think is fun for the show. And if it's playing Alex Jones over and over again, I will.
That's right.
That's right, Alex. I don't know. We took a poll not too long ago about sound clips. Should we use less or more? We actually actively engaged the listeners. They said, keep them in. Because I think they get the show. It's a bit of a goofy show. We're not like a serious news show. We don't do serious, hardcore research because we don't have the time. We don't do this for a living. We do this for fun. And I don't know why people don't understand this. God damn it, Clown Baby.
You do have an AJ clip that would go along well with this, by the way.
Which one? I'm gonna say it's this one.
Yeah, you fascist white male.
Is that the one you're talking about? What about
That's a good one.
What about this one?
You sons of bitches.
That one?
I like that one. It was the I'm never wrong.
Oh,
Or that one.
I was gonna play this one,
Oh,
but this is
you can't admit you were wrong.
yeah.
Yeah, that one.
What about this one?
He's got AIDS.
That's one. Classic. Is that Larry King? Who is that?
No,
Donald Sterling,
yeah.
the ex-owner of the LA Lakers. He was talking about Magic Johnson there.
He's got AIDS.
Ah,
He's right too. It's not.
he seems like he's excited about
Well,
it.
I don't know if he was right. Magic Johnson has HIV. It's not AIDS. So
Oh.
Okay, I'm glad you clarified.
I was going to play this one.
Well, I want to talk to the guy who wrote in and just
He didn't write it in much. He left a comment.
Well, left a comment.
Leave the comment on a YouTube post. Yeah.
We take this, fucking dead grandmother talk very seriously. I have on several occasions pissed in a jug next to the desk that I do this podcast from just to not miss the conversation. That's how serious we take it.
Very serious.
Have you ever pissed in a jug, Mike? Next to the show?
No,
On the show?
I know I haven't done that. No,
I have totally pissed in a jug on the show.
I've never done that. I probably should have done that. And honestly, I feel bad about not doing that. You take it pretty serious, way more serious than I do.
Yeah, I had like these giant. Well, we get these waters from Trader Joe's, and they make great piss jugs.
Did you seriously do that?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding you.
Wow, dude.
It's like 4 times, I think.
That is dedication.
Definitely a handful of times. I peed on the
little
on the
cheer
show.
for you right there.
Yeah, thanks. I just want him to know this is how serious we. Again, this is out of our own pockets. We just do it. Please, the soundboard. We're having fun. If you don't like it, maybe the show ain't for you.
Do you know what my dead grandmother said right before she died? She said this.
I love to a young man and
Quite a confession.
It's quite a revelation. I didn't expect her to say that, but
You get no time like when you're there. I mean, you got to get it out. Probably felt good.
Yeah, she did ask me a question though. She
would you let me lick you everywhere?
I said no, Grandma. You can't do that. Is there anything else you want to know before you got to go?
What girl wants to give oral sex?
I told her I didn't know. I told my grandma I just did not know, and then she continued on. She was at a lot of vigor at the end of her life, and she said this.
Did you bring condoms?
I think in hospice they're supposed to give her oral. They're supposed to make her comfortable for her death. I mean, if they're not giving her oral, I don't even know what kind of hospice you're going to. It sounds terrible.
But she ended with this.
So you excited too?
I said no. I said no, Grandma. I'm not excited about you dying. I don't know why you're excited about it. Maybe she was happy to go to the beyond. I don't know.
Yeah. Could have been that.
But
you should have been excited. If she was excited, you could have been excited.
But she ended with this, and I just found this to be so distasteful.
Can I rape you anally?
So that was like the last one.
It was a dying request, and I had to oblige.
So how did that work? I mean, I imagine she's kind of like bedridden. How do you describe this?
Well, I have to bend over, and and she used her
broomstick.
A broomstick on me. That's right.
That's why she asked about the con. Trying to be nice. Don't want that nice woody grain up the poop hole.
Yeah.
Right, and then the nurses are going to smell it, and they're going to know, like, what the hell happened in that room?
Not in this
Weirdos.
room.
Guy's getting banged by his grandma with a broomstick. But at least he loves her.
Don't go into that room for at least 15 minutes.
I've never seen love like that before.
Is what she requested. She had a lot of weird requests at the end of her life,
Right. This is what every time I get an A on my test in grade school, this is my reward.
Have you ever seen a man's blank?
Don't make me fill in the blank here, Grandma.
We don't have much time.
Please. We don't have time for quizzes.
Mad Libs.
Enough of your stupid Mad Libs, Grandma. Okay.
I hate all of you. I hate this commenter. I'm done. Yeah, obviously, the soundboard is a terrible idea.
The only thing I have to say about sharing this with friends or people that you'd like, or people that you know that you might listen to podcasts to, I've told all of my friends about this show, and none of them listened to it. I don't think any of them actually ever downloaded to actually hear the soundboards and be turned off. I don't think any of them. Now, one of my friends listened to it once. He said it was good, but he hasn't talked to me about it again, so I think he just did that as a courtesy.
I told my grandma to listen. You know?
So that really means the people that are going to find the show are going to find it through YouTube channel or through iTunes or whatever you use, Podcatcher, or whatever the young kids use these days.
I think they're using Stitcher.
Stitcher's
pretty good, yeah.
This gets pretty freaky here.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that would have been good if you'd have said to Grandma, you'd be like, Grandma, how do you like hospice? Are they taking good care of you?
Yeah.
Things get much more graphic and disgusting.
That's right.
We brought you Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster, Grandma. How are you feeling?
I'm going to get involved in an internet conversation with a 14-year-old boy.
Yep.
I'm going to go to his house, strip naked, and walk in with a 12-pack of beer.
100%.
Does she have dementia?
Yeah, well, she wasn't well in her end days. She just did weird things like that.
Got busted by Chris Hansen.
That's right. She was out there.
You're telling me a big fat lie.
Well, anyways, we got more stuff to get to. So I admit this might be what they
All right. We addressed that comment. I think we addressed that comment, and we'll move on. Here we go. Let's move on to some other stuff.
What is all this stuff?
What is all this stuff? Come on, baby. Please tell everybody.